Hi there. Here you find me on February 22nd, a sunny day in Albany. You find me at the end of a rail spur that is kind of one of my favorite stopping places in Albany on bike rides. Mostly because it's so out of the way and close to town at the same time. This is an old spur. Well, it's part of a rail line that used to run from Albany to the north and the northeast into the hills of Lynn County, and I think connected with parts of Marion County, Silverton, places like that. And it's been, of course, abandoned for 50, 80 years, as far as I know. That is, it's not been abandoned, but it ends right here, is what I'm saying. Behind me is, well, at the moment, there are a bunch of cars that are loaded with ties. And for once, you get the idea that this spur is used for storage. Sometimes it just sits here, but today there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars full of railroad ties. And you can smell the creosote or whatever it is they use for to make those ties resist rot. You can smell it all over the place. I don't know what the people on the street think about that, but maybe they get used to it. But anyway, it's interesting that at least to me, it's interesting because I'm interested in weird things about railroads. It's interesting that this particular track is coming in very useful for storage for something that is obviously part of a current railroad project. And back there, you can see miles of discarded railroad ties. And way in the back, there's the Pacific Boulevard overpass. If you can see traffic going over it, there you go. But we don't want to look that far. I want to look right here. Anyway, this is part of Albany, Oregon railroad history, this track. And today, as you can see, it is being used for storage of something that is very much in need at the current time, that is for railroad projects. There's one railroad project going on a track used by the Portland and Western that is on the waterfront of Albany. They're using a bunch of ties there, and maybe these are destined to go there. Or maybe these are destined for a different project altogether. I'm not sure. Which means, but I'm not sure, it means I got to get back on the bike and get out of here. Probably shouldn't be on this part of the track anyway. So I will step across the rails here and make haste to get back on my bike. Hey, thanks a lot for joining me on these little video jaunts around Albany, Oregon. And here, one more look at that, at the end of that historic railroad line. I will see you here the next time. I'm House O'Haring, reporting as usual from Albany, Oregon, which as I always say, is a pretty nice place to live as long as you don't tell people about it. So, see you next time.